Okay.
So I never we weren't allowed to ever have our nails done or our hair done, like funny colors or anything. I always had to be like the natural colors.
Is that policy at McDonald's or what?
We were privately owned, not corporately owned.
Okay.
So the bosses could make their own rules up. And we
Interesting.
were a quote-unquote retirement community. So we weren't allowed to have, like, even we weren't allowed to show our tattoos. We couldn't have one piercing in. We couldn't have face piercings in. It was horrible. It was, like, not a bad job. Just sucked. Like,
that's really interesting. So I didn't know that. So there's, like, McDonald's is that how you say it?
McDonald's,
that are run by, like, privately and corporately.
Yeah, so, like, we were owned by a family.
Whereas some other ones might be run directly by the McDonald's Corporation.
Yeah.
And those ones have set rules. The private ones make up their own stuff.
Yeah, so the private ones, they can be a little more strict on some of the rules.
Such as tattoos or piercings.
Yeah.
Which you obviously are not fond of.
Oh, I love tattoos and piercings.
No, like the rules against tattoos and piercings.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because the first week I got here, I'm like, I'm dyeing my hair pink.
Yeah.
And the only place, because I'm very, like, if I want to do it, I'm doing it at that moment.
Right.
Only place it could take me was some, like, back little shop in Cambridge.
Okay.
So took an Uber there, got it, and then my phone died before I could get an Uber back.
Very good.
And I had texted my friends, like, well, maybe I'll just walk. Joking, didn't think they'd take me seriously.
Yeah.
Didn't get home, left the house at like 11 a.m., didn't get home till like 9 p.m. And I opened the door to our like house, because we were in a house, and my roommate was just like, where have you been? And it was like, oh, it's a flashback to
Wait, so you walked from Elmira to Kitchener?
Oh, no. I took a taxi back. On the way, when my phone died, I walked to like I think it was a Dairy Queen. There was a random Dairy Queen on a corner, and I was
Okay.
like, can you guys call me a taxi, please?
Okay.
And the sad part was there was an accident on like the 401 right before like that morning, so like traffic was all backed up through Kitchener and Cambridge, so it was so hard to get home. So I didn't get home till 9 p.m. that night. And then when I walked in, my roommates were just fuming. They're like, we didn't even know you knew where we lived. And I was like, of course I know where we lived. I've been here a week.
There. So you basically took an entire day dyeing your hair.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And then ended up dyeing it back to my natural color like a month later.
Oh, why is that?
A lot of upkeep, Nick. A lot of upkeep.
Like, you have to, like, re-dye the roots
so
or whatever?
It's like, my hair doesn't keep coloring very long, so, like, I had to keep, like...
So it, like, fades off. It doesn't...
Yeah.
It's not even regrowth. Interesting. Okay.
But it was fun. I had my moments.
I'm sure it was. I've been thinking about dyeing my hair on and off here and there, but never actually committed. Unlike you, who got in the Uber, is like, let's go right now. That's good. That's good commitment. This type of person who gets stuff done in life.
Oh yeah, I'm very impulsive. I'm like, I have an idea to do this. It's either I'm doing it now or I'm never doing it.
So back to the tattoos and piercing thing. Like, why do you think they would want rules like that? Like, do you think the retirement community or so-called retirement community actually factors into that, or?
Oh, for sure.
So, what would be the perceived, like, an older person would walk into McDonald's, see you with painted nails, and be like, I don't want a burger anymore, or what?
We just had like, at the end of when I worked, there would be like some tattoos that people would get that like they just could not hide. Like one girl had like a few stars on her finger.
Yeah.
So like there's no way of hiding it. You would put like foundation or whatever, but it's rubbing off. Like,
right.
You wash your hands like constantly.
Yeah.
So people would like complain, and
a customer would complain that someone has a tattoo on their finger.
Oh yeah, people complain about the rain. I was a manager there. I worked the overnight shift.
What the fuck?
It was crazy there.
You got to tell me more. This is like super intriguing now. So you're telling me someone would be like, hey, can I speak to the manager, please? Mm-hmm. At which point you walk up and this person says...
They'd be like, different things. Sometimes they would be like I'm disgusted that they would hire someone with these tattoos, or this is inappropriate for a family restaurant, even though it'd be like stars. It wasn't like it was a naked lady or a swimmer.
You have stars on your finger, and this is disgusting. I'm disgusted. We're all disgusted. Oh my god. So what was your response to someone like this?
Depends. Depends how aggressive they'd get too. Mostly I'd be like, well, I'm sorry, but like everyone has their own choice in life.
Right.
Like they have their own choice, their own bodies.
And what would they say in response to that?
Usually people honestly would just try to get free stuff out of it. They'd be like, well, I want like a complimentary like coffee or something, or I want my meal paid for free that I had to be served by this.
Oh my god.
It was just crazy.
So do you think like that's the original intent, or do you think they're genuinely distraught over the stars on the person's hand?
Some of them, like you'd get those like old, just cranky ladies that would come in. That like if the pursed lips, the ones you knew as soon as they came up, you're like, yeah, this is gonna be like a trouble customer.
Right.
And they would be the ones usually.
Yeah, but do you think like they go in, they call you up because they want to get some free stuff?
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
So I'm gonna single this guy out for his tattoos because I can get an ice cream cone out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. People do that all the time.
That's crazy. You know, it's funny because like Canadians, especially older people, are always known for being, you know, super nice and this and that. But that right there's got to show you, hey, this is not as clear cut as you think it is.
Not when you work in fast food.
Yeah.
Or
I'm assuming there's a lot of industries like that, right?
Oh
like,
yeah.
If they're doing that to you, I'm sure at Walmart they would do something similar, right?
Any customer service. If you get those, you do get like the really super nice people as well.
Right.
You also get those people that are like just horrible.
And they're trying to make trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm super intrigued by this like tattoo and free stuff situation, but I kind of feel like you have more stories that are similar but not the same.
Oh, so many stories.
Do you care to share some with the audience? That would be great.
I'm trying to think of like my best one. So like I worked the overnight shift for 6 years. I was a manager on it for 3. And we weren't allowed to give trays out after 11 p.m. because they would turn into weapons for us. People would use them and against us, so we weren't allowed to give trays out.
So they would like what, chuck them at you?
Oh yeah, we'd get them chucked at us. I've had people like we used to have our own security. So there was a bar when I first started working overnights. There used to be a bar directly next to us. It was an Irish pub.
Okay.
So people would come right from the bar because it was in like the same plaza over to us.
Okay.
And it got the first night that they were open and they came over, there was a giant food fight in our lobby. So after
food
that,
fight. Like
yeah, people were throwing
order food
everywhere.
and then toss it at each other.
I think
And then you'd be responsible for cleaning after.
Oh yeah, but that was me. Cleaned the entire place. It was great.
Oh my lord.
Another thing was, so we got our own security from them. They came over.
From the bar.
Yeah, the bar.
Because they realized this is our fault mainly, so.
The bar security, I don't know if we hired the bar security or if they had to come over. I don't know what deal they made. The bar security, after they were done shift there, came over to McDonald's for like an hour and a half and would like post up. And the bar people used to beat up the customers if they like would get physical, like if they tried to kick them out. Like all the time they'd be working like the drive-through window and customers would be like, hey, there's a fight on your front lawn. And I would like look out and it would be like the security just beating on someone. And I would be like, cool.
No worries, guys. This is normal.
Well,
just here's your fries.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's the security. They're dealing with it. I can't do anything at this moment. I'm not getting in between it. But we'd have people jump over the counters and try to steal stuff.
Jump over the counter and try to steal stuff.
All the time.
This is like on a regular day or late at night for the drunk people?
I imagine the day shift had it now and then, but we mostly got that on overnights.
I see.
The craziest thing that was ever stolen was right when McDonald's started to do that like bakery stuff.
Okay.
Not as intense as they do now, but we had like a little bakery display that was sitting on the counter. And
they jump over and steal the dried muffins.
No, they stole the entire display.
The display?
The display.
Like,
sit on the counter, and it was like, I don't know, like, it was a pretty big, it was like the size of like 3 coffee machines stacked up. Like, it was like a pretty sizable thing, and it was pretty heavy. It was at least like 40, 50 pounds.
And they just pick it up and run?
Yeah. I was in the kitchen working that night. This is way before I was a manager. And it would get taken back to be cleaned throughout the night, because that's like overnights when you like make sure everything was clean.
Right.
And everyone was like, where's the cookie display? And everyone's like I'm in the kitchen, I haven't seen it. And my manager's looking all around for it. Could not find it. So we're like, and there were like a group of boys that like were the only ones that were in the last hour that way.
Must have been them.
Yeah, we're like, they must have took it. And people would take the randomest things from us all the time if it was not like bolted down.
Right.
So, yeah.
I say right, but like this is crazy stuff.
They checked the cameras the next day, and a group of boys just took it.
It was them. They picked it up and ran.
What do you need a cookie display for?
They could sell it, right? For however much. That's crazy.
Just like the randomest things would happen there.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So, like, the people who toss trays at you, is it strictly because they're drunk and looking for something to do, or?
I think it's a mix of being drunk, wanting their food, and then just, like, people get super aggressive, and like, when it gets really packed, like 2 a.m., you'd be lined out the door, like, it was horrible.
Lined out the door?
Oh, yeah, we lined out the door, the drive-thru would be lined up all the way around.
This is in Sarnia, Ontario.
Oh, yeah. There ain't much to do in Sarnia.
So you go to McDonald's?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, we were... McDonald's and Wendy's were the only two things that were, like...
Open late at night.
Like, Tim Hortons was open, but, like, who wants Tim Hortons after you're drinking?
I guess.
So, besides Tim Hortons, I was, like, we were open 24 hours, so, like, you came to McDonald's. And then there was Wendy's that was only open till, I think, 3 a.m. But we were, like, open inside.
Right. And that's when the tray chuckers come in.
They just closed the shop down. You can go through drive-thru, you could not come in.
Did you guys ever think about doing that? Drive-thru only?
We did have it like that. When the bar first opened and we had that, like, little spackle, like a month later, for a solid year and a half, we did not open our lobby. It was only drive-thru, and then the owners were like, we're going to try the lobby again, and it's never been closed since.
And then the tray chuckers come back.
Oh, yeah. Well, that bar ended up closing down about 2 years in.
Okay.
But,
due to lack of business or too much intensity?
They were renovating it. I actually have no idea. There were so many stories. They were renovating it, and it randomly just never got reopened. I heard that someone ran off the money, that they just ran out of money. But they also had, I don't really know, but I was told they had also been caught serving underage as well.
Okay.
So, it could be numerous of reasons of why they shut down.
Combination of flaws. Okay. Maybe they had too many bartenders with tattoos.
Yeah, maybe. But the younger crowd is quite wild in the Sarnia location.
Well, it sounds like the older crowd isn't much better.
No.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like here in Waterloo, you said crowded, but if you go to like the McDonald's, I don't know if you know the one on Columbia. If you go there around 2, 3 a.m., it's loaded completely. I don't think I've been, I guess I have been in there at those times here and there, but I've never seen anything crazy like tray chucking or anything of that sort. So I don't know why they would be doing that in Sarnia. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do this everywhere, but again, I haven't heard of this. You would obviously know more since you were a McDonald's manager, but